All right, now we're going to have like a search value. So when you want the user to input a keyword or a search term, like when you're Googling something or whatever. Okay, so then we're going to do a form. I'm going to go ahead and do a line break. Form action. www.google.com/search.php method equals get. All right. So this tells the web browser that it's going to use this www.google.com/search, and then it's going to get information from it. All right. So then we need to do our label, and we're going to say it's search, which is just the text that goes outside of the actual box. Then we have our input type, equals search, and name equals search. All right, and we've closed our label, closed our form. All right, so basically it should look like this. You could always hit save and then refresh that to see it. I didn't hit save, so I didn't do it. File, save, refresh. Okay, and there's our search bar. All right, go back. All right, now if you had a password section, you would do this. So label and then your password. And your input type is going to be password. And name equals password. Okay, most of this is pretty self-explanatory. All right, again, it's going to appear like that. Email. So, guessed it, it's going to be label. And then email. Input type equals email. Name equals email. All right, so very straightforward. We're just kind of rapid firing these. And I'll give you a little bit of nifty information at the end of all of this. Again, label, and we're going to do birth date. Say you needed someone to enter the birth date, see if they're 13 or older, 18 and older, or if they're between the ages of 18 and 25 and 26 through 40. If you're doing like one of those generational type things, see what Gen X, Gen Y, so on and so forth. Input type equals date, so it knows to expect in the format of the date. You should notice that these are mostly the same, but here we have different. It's just all about how things can be identified. Okay, so how they can be identified by the web browser or the coder, things like that. If you hover over something, it sometimes will have like a another alternative name pop up, and that's what it is. Also, so that we can target them with CSS later. Okay, so there are many different ways that the birth date box can be set up. You can do month, day, year. You can do a 2-digit year. You can put the day first and then the month. And then you can see you can select the date, but you could type it in manually also. All right. Okay, the URL. So if you wanted to put in like a web address, you know, if they had a Facebook account or, you know, Twitter, Instagram, things like that, and you had an actual URL web address to it. Okay, so that would show up that way. And I'm breaking these so that they go down, so they don't all just stack up on the same line. All right, using the type value radio when you want the user to choose only one of several given choices, like a multiple choice question. All right, so we're going to set this up in a paragraph. Okay, so my diet is mostly, and then here's where you do your form section. Okay, so input type equals radio, name diet value equals vegan. All right, now nifty little trick. We're just going to copy and paste. We have 3 total answers, so 1, 2. And then we're just going to change these last 2 sections. Vegetarian, vegetarian. Okay. So this part is what shows up on the website. This part would show up on the back end and what would be sorted in like a table and things like that. So if I had this, obviously I know meat eater, it's not a vegan, but I'm trying to show you. Save. See how that changed? Okay, so that's what this is. This is what shows up on the web page itself. That's why this shows up on the web page. But this sort of stuff is what goes towards the form and the back end data. Okay. Now we can do checkboxes. All right. Again, we're going to do paragraph tag, but we are going to do I am looking, and then say check all that apply. Okay, we're going to do a line break here. Input type equals check box, name equals interest. I've messed something up, so I'm going to fix that once I finish typing this line. Notice my text is white, and it should not be. Value equals recipes. All right, let's go back. There we go. Value. Looks like I double typed. Okay. So input type, checkbox, name, interest, value, recipes, and this is what shows up. Again, copy and paste. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Then just go back and change. So nutrition information. Make sure you change both sides. If you forget one, that's what shows up, and that's when you could have like 2 of the same answer on like a quiz or something. One of them is coded to be right, and the other one's coded to be wrong. even though they say the same thing. So I think I've done that in the past, in past years. Accidentally, and if I had to go back and fix it, it's not a hard fix, but it's just kind of a nuisance, especially when you have to go back and try and fix people's grades. Okay, all right, so double check, make sure things match. Food news, meals, meal plans, food news and trends. Okay, double check all of your stuff. Make sure everything's right. Okay. So if we hit File, Save, it should now, I'm looking, check all that apply. So what this is good for, if you are running a business or something, and say it's like a design company or something, you say, all right, what are you looking to change in your house? You know, and you click, I'm looking to change my bedroom or change the bathroom or update the tile, and you know, so on and so forth, all these things. That's what you would use that for. So just gathering information. Okay, so I'm gonna do a break, go on to the next one. Okay, now with our select, this is our drop down. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this in this video clip. P label portal. I found this website through a dot. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, be careful with that. Because that's not what you want. Oh, here's that. Let me scroll down so I can see what's actually happening. All right, so select name equals portal, ID equals portal. Okay, so we've got option value equals search, web search. Okay, and again, these are all going to kind of be the same, so we're going to copy and paste 3 more times, and then just change. Now we need to change link, friend, other, link, friend, other. Remember, the white text in between is going to be what shows up on the actual option for them to choose. This is just for the back end. Okay, final save. Come up here and refresh, and there you go. All right. You can allow a user to select more than one option by using the multiple attribute in the select. So select name portal, ID portal. Oops, I spelled that wrong. All right, and then you would just add multiple equals multiple so that they can choose more than one option. So uploading a file. All right, so form action equals http contoso.com/upload.php method equals post label. Choose a file to upload. White part shows up on the website. Input type